Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is September 4, 2022. Hope you're all doing well. In today's segment, we'll take a look at stock with high short ratio and see how we can benefit from short squeeze. So with that, let's jump in and get started. Look, stock market is coming down off rate. As you can see here, stock market is making its way lower since last month or so. Looks right from somewhere in August 16th, stock market is going down slowly but surely, as you can see here. This is mainly because Fed is not our friend. Fed is going to increase the rates. That's why stock market is coming down. As wise people say, don't fight the Fed. That's what's going on here. And look, we got Dow Jones Industrial Average here. Same story, coming down big time. And same story on the Nasdaq also. Major indices are really coming down because of Fed, which is not our friend. And look, as you look through here, we got bond is having a good day on Friday, as you can see here. And even crude oil did not do very well, as you can see here. A little bit red tick, as you see here. And then you got gold. Gold is having slightly better day, but still gold is not doing great. And look, we got interest rates going higher. And even dollar is pretty strong, as you can see here. So with that, you might be wondering where do we go from here? So as I see, Fed is probably going to increase the rates by 50 basis points or 75 basis points, mainly because jobs growth is pretty okay, even though it's not very bullish. That's why if Fed might do either 50 basis points or 75 basis points. That's what they baked into the market right now. So with that, let's jump in and look at S&P 500 and see what's going on here. Look, from a S&P 500 perspective, you could look at /ES, which is really futures market. So as you look through the futures market, keep a watch on number of call volume here. Number of calls 246, number of puts 479. The moment you see this, look, put call ratio right now is 1.9, almost 2. That tells you at this time, this is really premium sellers market. A lot of people are making some good money selling, put options or selling premium much below the current stock price, and you can make a very good money here. And as you look through here, we got here total traded at bid or below bid. As you scan through here, this is a very good indicator. This is from Thinkorswim, from TD Ameritrade. Look, a lot of people are selling right now. That's why, look, we got 46%. The moment it's below at or below bid, typically that tells you these are the folks selling them. So a lot of people are selling the stocks and selling options. That's why, look, call option selling is going on very big way, 46%. Put option selling is also going on at a big way here. And then you got here traded as at ask or above. These are the buyers here. Look, compared to the sellers, we have some buyers, but not too much. Look, we got the sellers at 46%, buyers at 38%. There are some smart money also here buying the stocks at these levels here, but relatively very low compared to the sellers here. And as you look through here, this is one more indicator. Look, a lot of people are buying out of the money call options. As you see here, out of the money call options traded nicely at 61%. Out of the money put options, look, 82%. That tells you a lot of folks are really trading out of the money options here, trying to make some money here. And you got multiple other deltas. As you look through deltas right here, 61 through 100. These are the really long-term buyers. These are the folks. Look at the call option perspective. You see very few folks who are buying between 61 to 80 delta or even 81 to 100 delta. So this is the smart money right here between say between 50 and 100 delta. These are the smart money folks. So with that, let's jump in and look at the stocks with a very high short ratio and see how we can benefit from them. Look, we got the list here. This is the list of all the stocks with the very high short ratio. I made sure the volume is more than 1 million shares. We don't want to look at the stocks with very low volume. That's why these have got very good volume, as you can see here. Let me go back here and make sure I select the display here right there. All right, so look, we want to make sure the volume is nice and high. That's why I filtered with the volume more than 1 million shares. And also, as you see here, we got nice and high short ratio here. This is sorted by short ratio in a descending order. Stock at the top here, ESTE here, has got a very high short ratio, 51%. From there the volume drops off, as you can see here. This entire list has got stocks with the short ratio more than 10%. And then we got also has float here. As many of you know here, when you want to buy stock with the very high short ratio, you have to make sure there is a relatively lower float. That way the supply is less and these stocks can go higher and squeeze those short sellers. That's why you got to look at both short ratio or a short float, as you call it, as well as float. So it's important to look at both. So with that, let's step through some of these stocks here and look at the methodology and see how we can benefit from the short, stock with the high short ratio. Look, I've added few more things for you to help out and also make some good money. And as usual, don't put all your money into short squeeze candidates. That's not a good way. You got to make sure at least don't put more than 10% of your portfolio into short squeeze game. You don't want to be burnt out, because many times you got to be careful not to put all your eggs into one basket. So with that, let's jump in here. Look, we got ESTE at the top here. It's got a highest short ratio at 51%, as you can see here, and low float. That's one of the reasons I like it. It's a low float candidate. And look, right now stock price is at 14, and look at the target price here. Target price from an analyst perspective is 28, and analyst recommendation is buy here. From a technical perspective, it's neutral. That's a good news here. And as I expand this forward here, we got insider and institutions. Look here, ESTE, institutions are buying big time at 20%. That's a good news here. And as I expand this forward further here, look, we got institutions, insiders owning 2% here, and institutions owning a nice 88%. That tells you there's a very good support from institutions on this stock ESTE. And as you scan through here, they got nice $923 million in sales trailing 12 months. That's also good news. And as I expand further here, look, they got nice sales, and they also have got nice gross margin. If I expand this further here, look, from a sales perspective, this company is doing well. They got a nice sales growth from a 5-year, 1 year, quarter over quarter, nice gross margin. Company is making money, nice net margin, and debt to equity ratio is 0.7. And look, it's pretty good. I like it when it's below 1, and their quick ratio or current ratio is a little bit less, as you can see here. I want the current ratio to be above 1. This has got a little bit less current ratio, as you can see here. Let me hide this up here so we can look at just current ratio. A healthy volume, as you can see here. And as you see here, we got 90-day volume. Right now, volume is not great. It's a little bit lower to its 90-day volume by 10%. As I expand this further here, we got 30-day volume. Looks like the current volume is above the 30-day average volume by 1%. That's a good news here. But generally, volume is lower, as you can see here. And as you scan through here from an RSI perspective, we got RSI, 14-day RSI is 49, but 7-day RSI is 42. that tells you stock is having some difficult time. The moment 7-day RSI is lower than 14-day RSI, that tells you stock is getting beaten down at the shorter time frame. And then you got ATR and IV percentile, nice and high implied volatility. And as you scan through here, we got nice and high short ratio over there. Let me hide this up here, and look, we got a nice and high short ratio at 51% and low float, and companies making money. Look at the EPS here, they're making money, and PE ratio is 6.1 here. That's a good PE ratio. And then you got few more detail. Let me hide this also. And then you got here performance. Look, we got performance when it comes to 1 day, 5 day, 10 day, and so on and so forth. Look, it's trying to go higher in 1 day, as you can see here, but got beaten down in 5 day and 10 day, and has done very well in 1 year and 2 year, as you can see here. And free cash flow negative at this time, but overall score is very good, as you can see here. And at this time, I would think it's good to put some money into ESTE. Given a look from a RSI perspective, we got RSI right here at 49, middle of the road. I think it's good to put some money here, mainly because look, it's 1 day on Friday when all the stocks are down. This went higher slightly. That tells you right now probably a situation of short squeeze going on here. All right, so let's look at a few more here. We got Bed Bath and Beyond. I know many of you, before I go into Bed Bath and Beyond, one more thing to look at is as we scan through here, we got some more interesting details here. Look, we got open interest in the options market. And also I can expand this further here. And look, we got option volume here. And we got call volume and put volume. The stock ESTE is not very active in the option market. It's got nice open interest. Look, folks are really buying the options here, but option volume is low. That tells you even though option volume is low, a lot of people are showing interest to buy ESTE at this time. That's a very nice open interest over the volume. That tells you folks are really interested in this stock. But I would not trade this one in the options market. Mainly because look, volume is low here. Typically when the volume is high, that tells you, if the volume is more than open interest or volume is really high, maybe over 1,000 or so, or either over 500, then you can trade this. But this is not an active option market stock. Then you got Bed Bath and Beyond here. It's a $8 stock. Look, analyst target price is $4, and from a technical perspective, it's a hold. From an analyst perspective, it's a hold recommendation. Technical perspective, it's a sell recommendation right now. Looks like an unfortunate event happened, and the CEO has passed away. CFO has passed away. And look, this one here, nice and high trading volume here, 30 million shares traded, as you can see here. From a volume perspective, volume is dropping off. Look, it's 56% below its 10-day volume, 60% below its 30-day volume, and so on and so forth. Just 2% below its 90-day volume, which is okay, but still, as you can see here, it's volume is not picking up yet, and from an RSI perspective, it's getting weakened slightly. 14-day RSI is 46, but 7-day RSI is 39. Look on the positive side on the BBBY, Bed Bath and Beyond. Look at that option open interest, nice and high open interest, nice and high options volume. Look, call volume is 197,000. Put volume is 145,000. That tells you a lot of people are buying the call options here. More call option buyers than put option buyers. That's always the good news. Nice and high short ratio. And as you look through from a price perspective, this stock is getting pummeled here. Stock is down big time. Look, it's down in 1 day, 5 day, 10 day, 1 year. This stock has not made money for investors, and it's a good meme stock, or a meme stock as you call it. But it's not a long-term holding. I see some good news for this stock, mainly because as I go into Thinkorswim from TD Ameritrade here, let me take you to the Analyze tab and take you to BBBY. Look, BBBY, right now, as you can see here, let me collapse this here. Look, nice call option here. Look, call option here, 200,000, put option 147. More call options traded than put option, and look at the put call ratio 0.7. Anytime it's below 1, it's a good news. That's telling you more call option buyers than put option, more call options than put options, which is a good story. And also look through here from a look at the options traded at bid or below. Look, this tells you these are the sellers. The sellers, typically go at a bid or below. Look, we got 40% on the call side and 43% on the put side. But look, on the buyer side, on the call side, looks like we have more call option buyers here. Look, 45% call option buyer, and looks like put option buyers is slightly low here. But it tells you there are more call option buyers. That's always a good news. And also look here from a delta perspective. Look, a lot of people, this is where I feel a little bad about the new investors, new options traders. Look, a lot of people are buying call options, out of the money call options at delta 0 to 20. This tells you they're going way above the current stock price and buying the call options at a higher price. These guys might get burnt out. You got to be careful, or they might have some insider information. They might see stock going higher. That's why these folks are buying. Look, they're buying 45% here, nice and high, buying at out of the money call option here. Same story, 20 to 40, again out of the money call option, they're buying again. And deep in the money, there is not too much here, 61 to 80, 81 to 100. There's some folks buying, but not too much. This tells you some folks might have some inside information. That's why, look, they're buying out of the money call option. And as you scan through here, I will take you to my spreadsheet again here and go into my call option tab here. So as you look at the call option tab, we have BBBY here. Look, BBBY here. That's the symbol BBBY. Look what's going on here. We got BBBY. Currently, let's go here, go all the way to the right side here. Currently, the stock price is at 8.63 as you see here. Let's go here and see what's BBBY. That's good. All right, so look, current stock price is 8.63, and as you scan through here, keep watching the strike price here. At 8 strike price, we got open interest 1218 and volume is 1111. But look, as you go into right here, we got nice and high volume 1061 and nice and high open interest here. This is strike price 10. Look, a lot of people are buying the strike price 10 call options here, and this is where out of the money stock is just trading at 8.63. They're buying strike price 10 call option, hoping to make some money. They're paying some $1.68. Ask and bid is about $1.60, which is not too bad. And look, they're also buying call options at 10, expiring in November. And look, it also has got relatively okay volume, but not too high. But look, 1021 looks like, a lot of people are buying 1021 call option here. A strike price 10, which is about $1.50 or so, higher than the current stock price out of the money call option. That's why, you got to be slightly careful. I would buy lower, not at this higher level, and I would not be buying call option now, mainly because look at the IV percentile here. We got IV percentile right here somewhere. Bed Bath and Beyond has got relatively higher IV percentile right now. Look, it's at 46%. I would not be just buying a call option at these levels. If I want to buy a call option, I would buy a call spread here, mainly because our percentile is slightly higher. And then you got a few more here. As you see here, we got SunPower. It's the target price is 22. Right now it's at 22.84. Analysts say hold, neutral right now, and looks like this company has got institutions slightly buying, as you can see here. Institution transaction positive, institution own about 39%, which is not too bad, and they're doing good from a sales trailing 12-month perspective. Sales is also good, as you see here, quarter over quarter, nice sales growth, nice gross margin. Company not making money yet, as you can see here. And as you look through here, volume is pretty decent, 2.5 million shares traded, and stock currently volume is above its 10-day average volume by 1%. That's a good story here, below its 90-day volume. And RSI is middle of the road at 47. But look, stock is getting pummeled here. Look, RSI on a 7-day basis is 28. That tells you stock is completely getting beaten here. And look, from a volume perspective, from an option perspective, look, nice open interest here, nice option volume. Call volume is 1.7, put volume is 1.4. Looks like a lot of people are buying put option here. And as you see here, short ratio is nice and high. And as you scan through here from a stock perspective, stock is getting beaten down. 1 day negative 1.1%, 5 days it's down again, 10 day down, but on a 1 year, 2 year basis it's positive. A stock like this one here, you could probably if you're an option person or even otherwise, you could buy a stock like this one here, mainly because look, its sales is improving, as you see here. Nice $1.5 billion sale here. Institutions own about to 39%. Look at the insider hold here. Nice insider holding here. That's also a good story here. Institutions are buying. That's also great here. So you could buy some SunPower at these levels. Even if you're an option buyer, call option buyer. Look, RSI perspective, it's just 28. Very low RSI, and from an IV percentile perspective it's 32. Again, it's a low IV percentile or a low IV rank, sorry, not percentile, IV rank. That tells you even if you want to buy a call option and hold for a while, it's not expensive, mainly because IV rank is low as of now. And it's got nice and high open interest. Call option, looks like a lot of people are buying put option here. They're worried about the stock. That's why I look at the put option volume, it's very high. So when this stock SunPower goes higher, it will crush both these put option buyers as well as the short sellers and go higher. And as you scan through here, you've got a few more things going on here from a SMA perspective. It's below its 5-day SMA. And it's also, as you can see here, we got a 10-day, we got EMA also here. Looks like currently right now it's below its EMA and SMA nicely here. I can expand this further, you get a few more information here. But right now it's having some tough time. You can off the bat understand that by looking at RSI levels here. Look, RSI, between 14-day and 7-day is look at that, almost cut in half. That tells you stock is having tough time in the near term. It could be a good time to really buy some SunPower here and hold it for a while. All right, then we got a few more here. We got Upstart here. Upstart, look, we got current price 24, Target is 26 here, and it's got a hold rating right now. And as you scan through SunPower here, it's a net margin positive company, and sales growth is there. As you can scan through 1 year sales growth positive, quarter over quarter positive sales growth, nice volume as you can see here, 6.2 million shares traded. And look, from a volume perspective, it's below its 90-day volume by 90-day average volume by 37%. RSI perspective, look, stock is getting weaker. Look at that RSI 14-day and 7-day, that tells you it's getting weaker. Average trading ATR, average true range, is about 2.82. You can make some good money trading this one. And IV rank is 42, as you can scan through here. And look, from this is a very active option play here. Look, there's a nice and high open interest. Look at the call option. Looks like folks are buying more call option. Call option volume is more than put option volume. You can look at this one also here. This is beaten down big time here. You could take advantage. High short ratio and go from there. Look at the float here. Float is 70, slightly higher. It's not as low as ESTE or even SunPower for that matter. And next we got Flnc. Look, Flnc here, $18 stock. Target price from analysts is 24. It's a buy from analyst perspective and buy from a technical perspective also. Stock is, look, RSI is nice and high as you can see here. Volume is not there right now. It's 14% below its 90-day average volume as you can see here. And look, this one has got, let's see here, Flnc, not very active in the options market, as you can see here. Short ratio is 36%, and it's a very low price stock, $18 here, as you scan through here. Look, from a price perspective, stock is getting beaten down in 5-day and 10-day. 10-day, it's done well. That's why as you scan through here from an RSI perspective, RSI is 56 and 7-day RSI is 48. So at this time, I would say, you could, slightly wait for this to cool off slightly and then you could buy. And then you got few more here. We got FSR, Fiscor, as you can see here, and EVgo and so on and so forth. Looks like, last week with all the market falling down, many of these stocks, keep a look at RSI 14 and RSI 7-day here. Many of these are getting weaker, but this one here, Groupon, looks like Groupon is getting stronger. Look at the 14-day RSI is 39, but 7-day RSI is 57. That tells you it's getting stronger, as you can see here. And Groupon also is a pretty decent volume when it comes to options market. It's $11 stock, as you can see here. Nice and high, 32% short ratio. Look at that float here, very low float here. So that's why this can even go higher, mainly because very low float here. Just 19 million shares in the float right now. And we got a few more here. As you scan through, we got a few more here. We got also, as usual, keep a watch on insider and institution transactions here. We got Beyond Meat, nice and high insider transaction. That tells you insiders are institutions that are buying here. Nice and a high institutional transaction here. But Beyond Meat, as you see here, we don't have any institutional ownership on this stock. Probably institutions are bailing out here. We can go into Finviz platform and see what's going on here. BYND. And see what the institution holding looks like. At least we don't see much institution holding at this point. So as you see here, institution ownership, looks like there's a nice institution ownership for Beyond Meat, 70%, not too bad here. All right, so let's go back here and look at a few more here. Look, we got Hrtx. It looks like it's a strong buy, as you can see here. And look, Hrtx, nothing much going on from an insider perspective, as you can see here. And sales is going pretty nicely, as you can see here. And from a RSI perspective, as you see here, RSI is getting weaker, and volume is also, look, its volume, current volume is about 10-day average volume by 6%. That tells you volume is picking up. That's a good story here. And Hrtx, one problem I see is, look at that float here. A little bit higher float. I would rather have a little bit slower float here. Float is a little bit high for me, and stock is getting beaten down in 1 day, 5 days, so on and so forth. Even though it's a strong, if you're a long-term holder, you could buy Hrtx here. Even it's got a good analyst rating, but in the near term, don't expect a quick turnaround from a short squeeze perspective, mainly because float is a little high here. And then you got a few more here. We got AMX here. AMX looks like analysts are saying buy, and this one has got nice sales, and sales is also improving in 1 day, 1 year, quarter over quarter, slightly low here. Nice gross margin. Net margin is also positive. That's a good news here. Stock is getting pummeled here. Look, stock is getting I think it went higher in, in volume perspective. Volume is going higher. Current volume is above 5% above the 10-day average volume here. And look, stock is kind of staying the same between 5-day and 10-day, 14-day RSI and 7-day RSI here. At this time, let's see here what the AMX, what the short ratio here. AMX from a short ratio perspective, let's see here. We got volume, current ratio, right, 33%. That's not too bad. Let's scan through here. It's not a active stock in the option market. It's a very low option volume, as you see here. Not an option, not an active stock here. But look, volume in the stock went higher on 1 day basis on last Friday. It could be okay to buy some AMX at these levels here. And we got a few more. We talked about Groupon here. Groupon is very strong right now. Look at the RSI, it's going higher, and it's got an analyst rating of a sell. You could look at that one also here. Typically, when the stock goes higher like this, that tells you there is short squeeze going on as you speak here. And look, Groupon, it's in 1 day, it's on Friday, it jumped up by 7.5%, as you can see here. You got to be slightly careful when the stock jumps higher in 1 day and 5 day continuously. But at this time, it may be okay to slowly buy some Groupon here, given it's got a price target of 15 here. And we've got a few more, as you can see here. Keep a watch on both short ratio as well as the float here. You got to be looking at low float candidates here. You got Revolve, which is again a low float candidate, as you can see here. You could take a look at that one here. And also, as usual, keep a watch on insider and institution transactions here. You got some names like Veru. Look, Veru, institutions are buying Veru nicely here. And Veru, as you can see here, it's let's see here, RSI perspective, stock is getting clobbered. You could look at that one also. As you scan through here, we got a few more stocks here with the nice and high institutional. Look, we got Nikola here. Nikola is nice and high institutional buy, as you can see here. You could take a look at that one also here. And as you scan through here, Nikola, RSI tells you stock is getting pummeled. 7-day RSI is 26. That tells you stock is having some tough time here. And I got a few more, as you see here. We got one more here, Carvana, nice and high insider transactions, and as well as the institutional transaction. And as you scan through here, we got RSI perspective, stock is getting clobbered here. Look, RSI is telling you stock is getting clobbered. You can look at that by looking at the stock performance. Look, it's the performance perspective, all negative in 1 day, 5 days, so on and so forth. You could look at Carvana also. Right now, it's undergoing some pain. Stock is getting sold off here. And we got a few more here. Keep watching the insider institutional transactions here. We got Workhorse as well as LAZR, Luminar. Both of these have got nice insider and institutional transactions. You could take a look at such companies that are beaten down. Looks like analysts are recommending buy on both these candidates. I also love Hrtx here. Hrtx has got $14 stock. Target price is 32. Analysts are saying buy, as you can see here. You could look at such names here and go from there. iRobot is already being sold to Amazon, so I would not go there. But generally, I would look at nice and high institutional transactions and look at those such candidates and buy. Look here, Stitch Fix here looks like nice and high insider transaction. Stitch Fix also, as you can see here, and high short ratio. And we got a few more here. Look, we got NEOG. Look at the insider transaction, both insiders and institutional buying. So you could look at such names here and see if you can buy such candidates here. And we got a few more here. We got AFRM. Look at the AFRM insider transactions. Nice and high insider transaction. That could be a good one to buy also. Look, right now analysts are saying buy for AFRM here. And I got a few more here. Look, we got ATUS and CITC. Both are buy and strong buy candidates here. And look, institutional buying CITC. You could look at that one also here. So with that, probably we'll end here. We got a few more names with nice and high institution buying here. Uranium stock, UEC, Volta. And we got SIGA, ADMA, and few of these have got nice and high institutional transactions. And look, we got Coinbase here. Look at the insider transactions and institutional transaction, nice and high. You could look at that one also here. And so scan through, we got WTI, and we got a few more names down here with the good institutional transactions like Indy, LASL, and so on and so forth. So with that, thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.